Oh, you guys are just here. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. What is going on? Listen, yo, if you're on the stream right now, you're on Twitter, get the fucking Ronin Discord. I don't know what you're doing. I'm going to mute the mic for the stream right now. And we gonna touch back, all right? But get your ass into the Discord. We have to talk this one out, bro. What's going on? I don't know.
Oh, Caesar produced them gifts,
Who, from me? Listen, I don't know shit, okay? I'm just a humble retard, okay? But, no, the thing that caught my attention was the fact that this is allegedly, and I don't know much about this, a poach from, what's the chain?
AVAX.
Yeah.
Hi, Nick.
Hey, what's up, guys? Good. Happy to finally that this news is finally out. I'm trying to get more people in here, so I just pushed the announcement on the creator Discord. So let me push all the buttons. So I'm gonna be hovering in the background a little bit.
No problemo. We are here though. Stream is now in the building too. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is for you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. You are in the Ronin Discord. If you are, you're a legend. If you're not, you should get in here. But you are tuning in to the Ronin Radio. It's a surprise episode today, but I am your host as always, Gila. Today we have a big announcement. Redacted is no longer redacted. We now have Fableborn put in shining letters in between that. You can follow us on social medias. If you're watching on the stream right now, of course you'll be on one of those social medias, but on YouTube, Twitch and X at the Ronin Radio, go ahead and give us a follow. As always, the show is powered by the Ronin Network, the biggest gaming blockchain on the planet. We're going to talk about Fableborn and get the lowdown, bro, because this is brand new breaking news. We are fucking live and direct today, so it's an exciting one. I appreciate the community that's here. Contribute, ask your questions. I have questions too, and hopefully we'll be seeing some stuff. Normally I'd have quick fire headlines right here, but the quick fire headline, of course, Fableborn can I talk? Fuck. Fableborn joins Ronin. Whew. Nix, you're probably the most informed in the building right now.
Yo.
Look, bro, let's start with answering some of the questions that are here in the chat. We did get it from AVAX, or they were going to go to AVAX, and now they're here. Like, what's the scenario with that one?
No, they were from AVAX. Yes, that is correct. I believe they're one of the top games there. I mean, like, obviously the off the grid stuff popped off the last couple months, but Fableborn is one of, I'd say, like, prior to this announcement, obviously they're one of the more successful Web3 games that was outside of Ronin.
Yeah.
They had a very successful beta last time. As far as I know, 6 figures in terms of player base. So they're one of the few Web3 games that have really thrived even before Ronin. So that's what makes this exciting, because now they're on Ronin.
Yes, yeah, for sure. They actually have quite a big following. I'm going to go deeper into this thread here. Obviously, there's a blog post every time that something major goes down on Ronin. So if you want to find more details, you should be reading through this now. If you want to bring some things to our attention, if you're reading ahead, please do put it in the chat, and we're going to cover it. But what is Fableborn, bro? You guys need to know. It is, this is in their words, right? Think Diablo meets Clash of Clans. Now, I want to summarize that really like high level top down from what I've known, and then we'll dive deeper. But I've played Fableborn about a year and a half ago, bro. Like I said, it was probably August 2023 when I first played that game. The mechanics are really good. It was on the mobile. It felt good on the mobile. It's almost like a rogue style. You go into areas, I'm gonna just call them areas for now, and take on the mobs, the enemies that are there, and obviously loot from killing those enemies and finding chests and rewards and things like that. There also was an ability for you to create your own land, I guess, in a sense. I don't know what word or terminology they'll use, but you create your own land, and you actually have to strategically place defense mechanisms on your land, and players can go and take on your land to take some loot from it and things like that. So I've seen videos and clips. They've definitely expanded on that. I saw some posts from their founder who was showcasing how you could have multi-roomed like lands, I guess. I'm just going to use these words because they're not the exact words, but we haven't read it yet, so. But you can have your own land, and you can have like 16 rooms. I don't know if that's a big number. It might be more than you're able to, but 16 different rooms that are all set up strategically in defense. Okay, build your kingdom. There we go. It's nice and easy. It's right there in front of me. So you can have a kingdom with 16 different rooms set up to defend against challengers. And of course, as a challenger, you'll be going to take everything you can. So there's this cool interaction between players, ownership, of course, with the kingdoms. and then there's also just a roguelike, which is more of a PvE, to build your characters up, build your players up as well. So they really had cool character design. This team has done create your own character or contribute to the design of characters, a hands-on team. So I'm excited to have them here on Ronin. And like you said, they've already seen success outside of this space. The first game, if I'm recounting correctly, the first game that we've actually taken from Avalanche, it's not like we're celebrating saying ha fuck you, but like in some ways maybe some people are. I'm not necessarily doing that. I'm actually going to look towards how that looks for us from a business standpoint, because Avalanche kind of had this aspect where games had the ability to build their own networks, or the freedom aspect that didn't quite exist on Ronin, but it's now becoming established, a sure thing that this is going to be accessible for projects on Ronin 2. So will we see the wave shift over? It's an exciting time. There's a lot of fucking questions, but will we get Fableborn's founder today? I'm not 100% sure. Let me recount his name, bro.
Hello.
What's good?
Shoot, was that? Yeah. We'll have Cam here shortly. Just let's give it a few minutes. I'm gonna pull him in.
Yes. But shout out to Pixie on Games, though. Worked with them again, like I said, a year ago. I never recorded. Here, this is Cam. This is their founder. And this was the thing I was talking to you about, right? So let's just look at it. This is someone taking on a land, essentially. I'm going to turn the volume down so it doesn't interrupt a bit. But first thoughts. I mean, Xanatos, you liked Pixel Heroes Adventures right now. It's very fun. This is like a different graphic style completely, but there is elements that look or might feel like Pixel Heroes. It's not obviously going to be the same. Is this a type of game that you will at least try out for one, and then could you see yourself getting a little addict, I gotta play it, bro? Talk to me.
I did play a game like this before. I think it was called The Endless Quest for Epic Loot or something like that.
What a shit name. Fire that team.
Yeah,
Sorry, anyway. Sorry.
Yeah, but like, it was a new game.
Yeah.
Like, you had a hero, and you had a piece of land that you could like customize, and then other people would have to like run through your land.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a dungeon manager sort of game. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Quest for Epic Loot. Yeah, that was the game.
Well,
Quest for Epic Loot.
I'll be honest. I don't know. Is this game playable right now? Like, what those? I think these are the important questions. Like, when can we play? Is it playable? And I guess the next thing to do in the Web3 side of things is to look at assets and the ecosystem, right? But is it playable? Is it playable? I know they do seasons, right? That's confirmed. I remember even back then they had like Pixion League, and it was like season based.
It's not playable like right this second, but it will be next week.
Ooh, so it's not even a long time before we actually get hands on. Sorry, I gotta pop one of these right now because I'm hyped. Next week, bro, we're gonna be in Philippines, bro. I'm gonna be walking around YGG convention with the phone in my hand playing Fableborn. Potentially, I'll tell you now.
Yeah, possibly.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, actually, now that the news is out, actually, yeah, they'll be featured there, and we have a small section on the Ronin booth, for people to play Fableborn. So.
Okay. Hey, listen, if you're gonna be there, you need to. I'm gonna be there all week. I'll get there on Tuesday though, so I won't be there Tuesday daytime, but I'll be there all week. And yeah, bro, it's gonna be a fun time. Looking forward to play that actually, and bring some people over to the booth so they can experience it. This is the Kingdom system that you're looking at right now. This is where I was saying you can build a ton of rooms and stages or levels. Of course, you can't in Discord because I neglect you, you lot. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have neglected you. Forgive me. But the stream could. sorry, lads. Here we go. This is what we're looking at. So this is the Kingdom feature right here. And obviously this is like some kind of shields in the top left. Where we get the shields, we don't know. Again, we need to dive deeper into the ecosystem a little bit. I'm going to read through the blog, but please, if you are in the audience right now and you are finding all the details out, go into the blog, read further ahead, bring it to our attention. What do you find interesting? Because I want to know what the voice of the people is saying right now. Yes, something
each
along those
hero
lines.
that you add consumes those points.
Yes. Yes, that's very true. Let's go back to this then. All right, let's read through it. Fableborn is a mobile-first, free-to-play multiplayer game combining strategic deck building with high-intensity action RPG raiding. Build your kingdom and defend against attacking players. Upgrade heroes to raid other players' islands for resources and epic rewards. Trade primordial NFTs and participate in larger on-chain economy. You know what? Now is the time of the show where we go to my average Joe GPT. Tell me everything you know about Fableborn. Sorry, I don't know why it doubles. Fable is it born with an E? Fableborn, the Web3 mobile ARPG game. I don't know why I put ARPG, but let's see what it says. Searching. Come on, Joe. What have you got for me? I want to know the assets. That's going to be the next question because we need to find our assets. I'm going to check chat, see what you guys are saying. What's good though? If you're just joining us, welcome. This is a surprise Ronin Radio. We got November 13th redacted news. So make sure you guys are pulling through. We are going to do some wrong giveaways as well for everyone that is here in the Discord. So make sure you guys are here. And if you're in the stream, you want to know where to get into this Discord or how. One, it's Ronin. And if you're watching the Ronin Radio, I'll be pretty surprised if you don't know what Ronin is and you're not in the Ronin Discord. But two, it is on our X profile, so if you go there, it's our latest tweet. There is a link to it. Shout out to all of you guys in the chat as well, man. Big up. There's a lot of names I remember, a lot of OGs, a lot of fans. Like, you guys pulled out, you know what I mean? Keep on pulling, keep tweeting about it, screenshot right now and share it on social media. Tell everybody that the conversation about of Fableborn is now here. All right. Hellscream said, where my OGX? Hellscream, why do I owe you an OGX? OGX is only going out to Ronin Radio fans in the Ronin Radio Discord, and it goes out when we do our live event with BQ and Astariste and all of the gang from the Ronin Radio team, all right? So that's happening soon. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. But I ain't just got OGXs to hand out over here, lads. They're a $600 plus asset. I'm not a whale, and I'm buying Ron, so I don't have the free capital, okay? Thank you. But no, shout out to you guys. See some new faces as well. So big up to you, man. Let me see people come through. Shout out to shags.run. I'm going to personally love that name. That's amazing. Gila not keeping promises. Rizan, I don't know who I need to call, but I will pull out the I'll turn you into Kagi. Oh no, Kagi's not banned anymore. Shout out to Kagi. Anyway, let's get back on topic. GPT's been writing. Tell me about their... Can you stop double teeing? Their on-chain assets. Let's see. No, don't. Heroes and defensive units as NFTs. In Fableborn, player-controlled heroes and certain defense units are tokenized as NFTs. This lets players buy and sell and truly own these characters and items, which they can also upgrade to improve their in-game effectiveness. Each hero has unique traits and abilities, meaning NFT ownership is both functional in terms of gameplay and collectible in value. That comes from the Beam Hub. Primordial NFT collections, which is something that was referred to on the post. NFTs, their initial NFT series were called Primordials, offers exclusive benefits to holders. The Primordial NFT holders accumulate Primordial Essence via the airdrops, a premium in-game resource within the Fableborn ecosystem. Again, access to playtests, but we're probably past that now. Ronin's going to open it up a little bit. Maybe you guys are all going to get your hands on it. But Primordial Essence plays a significant role in the play-to-own model as it's needed for progression, hero upgrades, and obtaining exclusive items. So there is Primordials, which I don't believe are anything to do with the heroes and defense units. They are definitely separate. There's essence tokens. These are earned by players through gameplay and can be used in various ways, such as unlocking upgrades, acquiring items, and possibly even purchasing new heroes. These tokens are a core part of Fableborn's economy. Let's go. What's good? 1 and 3 are not correct. 3 is kind of correct. So essence tokens are kind of correct. Are they an on or off chain asset? Is probably where it's kind of correct. Yeah, if TCAF, if you have a mic on you, you want to come up and join the conversation, my friend, because it would help us before we get Cam here. Ronin massive announcement was another game on a gaming network. Llama missing something, bro. How can you not be happy? I do get it though, because a lot of people were expecting the open Ronin announcement. I think like that was the consensus I got from feedback and hearing things. But why was it so hyped up? I guess because this is a successful Web3 game already. Now joining Ronin, and if a successful game is choosing to join Ronin, it means that they believe there is value here on the network. And just something that we had earlier on in the week was the June partnership. Now, if you look at something, I want to bring this to people's attention as well. We go to June's website, search in here Ronin. Shout out to the people that are actually querying and creating these pages right here. I believe I have one in the favorites. Yeah, the Ronin overview dashboard. But shout out to you people. We actually at Ronin Radio, we want to have someone on the team who is capable of doing this, so that each week we can actually feature specific data points and they can query for us. For some reason, my internet is rugging right now. I don't know why that's loading, but I want to show you this Ronin dashboard. So hopefully this does load. Let me get a refresh. Here we go. Please.
In light mode, for shame.
Oh my god, shame me. There we go. Here's your eyes. Help them. Anyway, daily active addresses 913,000, right? And that was recorded in the last 18 hours, so that's happening right the fuck now. So really, one thing I wanted to point towards actually was the gas, right? The gas that is happening, the gas revenue, right? Earned from transaction fees on Run, right? Weekly revenues. Here we are. We're seeing. Look at these numbers, bro. Look at these numbers, and I believe this is in dollar value, right? So we're going to take it for dollar value. But 20-odd thousand, couple teen thousands. This week alone, we're already at 4,298. More games equals more transactions. I just don't feel as if it can be a negative point if one of the announcements is a new game. Just rewind yourself back, right? Games joining this network are still at the core of what I believe to be the biggest announcements. I know we want to go open Ronin. I know we need to bring that volume. I know there's other gaming chains out there with huge TVLs or market caps in comparison to Run. I know. Trust me, I know. Everything's going ballistic a little bit here in the space. Bitcoin's going nuts. Doge is doing a madness because the Department of Government Efficiency and all of that shit going on. There's loads of madness happening, and we want to feel that on Run too. But I still believe that these metrics are very, very important to be aware of, and anything that does present an environment where transactions will increase and revenue systems will increase for Ronin is going to be good in the long run for the ecosystem. So but if you haven't yet checked out June, make sure you are. And again, that still stands. We are looking for a chart query master to come into the Ronin Radio team and work with us. So yeah, mate, sell me this pen. Fuck that pen by Ron. Jesus, yeah, we're seeing the memes. Bring the memes. We want all of them. But Fableborn has 100,000 daily active users. So do not sleep on the capabilities of this game, right? And I'm gonna be really excited to talk with Cam if he's able to come in here and just ask him a few questions on his perspective coming into the ecosystem, why, and then also finding more out about the game. We won't go deeper into our average Joe GPT because he's a bit, he might be gaslighting us just a little bit here. We're going to dive deeper into this right here. Here's words from Trung, right? Words of Trung. Fableborn has already gained impressive traction outside of Ronin, and we're excited to bring it onto our platform. Remember, we're in onboarding mode, so success outside of Ronin is players and participants with familiarities of Web3 mechanics, of using wallets, of the space itself. They may already be creators, content creators in this space. These are the types of things that are very valuable to bring into Ronin. In Season 2 alone, the game saw over 103,000 players with a standout retention rate of 80.6%. That's actually very good. You compare it to some of the Ronin games, you know, it's along those lines. I believe Lumaterra was around that when they did their first CBT1. CBT2 is live. Hey, you should be playing if you're enjoying the MMORPGs. On day one, and 45% by the end of the first week. It's a unique mix of hack and slash RPG action like Diablo with base building defense similar to Clash of Clans. It's something we haven't seen before, and we believe it will engage both new and current players in our ecosystem. I do think this is a perfect mobile style game, and of course on Ronin, mobile gaming is one of the focuses, right? So let's take a quick look at this video right here. It might be the same one that was posted on Cam's page, but again, kingdom building, it's going to get pretty interesting. The min-maxers are going to have to come out of their caves and start figuring out what's the best approach to defend your kingdoms. I believe these might be heroes. Maybe these are heroes or defense assets or defense or units. And if, yo, listen, the game that has the most, not, I don't even want to say silent success anymore, but a game that has a ton of silent success on Ronin is Wild Forest. Their unit structure is fantastic, and it's kept that game ticking over and that ecosystem ticking over. It looks like there's potential for that with Fableborn 2. Here is some info on how to get ready for Season 3, which I believe is what we are going to be able to play and get hands-on experience with next week. There are a few things you can do to prepare for Season 3. First, you have to create a Pixion ID. I'm not gonna lie. This will prove I think I have a Pixion ID already. I'm about to fuck it, bro. Email me if you want, you silly bastard, or whatever. Let's see. Okay, I lied. We're gonna be Gila. Just Gila. Gila number 1. I am the Gila number 1. Okay, so I didn't unless I used a different email address. I might have used a different email address. At this point, it doesn't really matter. But here's the website. You should be going over there, make your accounts right now, and sign up. You can find out more. White paper is here, and everything else. Forge, hello. Is this where we start seeing units? Create, maybe. Fableborn Forge, engage and support. Receive direct engagement and support from our official Fableborn, blah, 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 blah. Gain access to Fableborn content, assets, material, blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, no, it wasn't.
All right. I see Cam. Let's put him up on stage.
Okay, yes, bring it through. Hey, I'm gonna send an invite out real quick. We gonna get it up here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Damn. All right, then. Yo, listen, let's give a large, warm Ronin welcome. Cam, founder of Fableborn. It is a redacted announcement, unveiled. We have Fableborn on Ronin. We've just been talking about the success that it has been. Over 100,000 players in the last season. Excited to bring it here. Players from outside of the Ronin ecosystem now being welcomed in. So remember, put your welcome hats on, Ronin community. And anybody that is inquiring and asking about the ecosystem or anything larger, now is our time where we show what the community is about. But welcome to the Ronin Radio, Cam. Excited to have you here. I know I've covered Fableborn before, about a year and a bit ago, in the summer of 2023. Had a great experience with the Pixion team, so it's nice to have you here and welcome. I guess introductions are due. Let us know about yourself, and of course let's have a great conversation about Fableborn today.
Yeah, GM Ronin community, excited to be here. Like you say, redacted announcement. Team did incredibly well to keep it under wraps. I know from both sides we're incredibly excited to join the Ronin ecosystem, be part of this incredible community. Equally, I know the Ronin team are really happy to bring Fableborn in, a game that's really unique, not only in Web3 gaming, but for two genres that we're blending together. I think it really creates this exciting new gameplay experience for players. So super happy to be here, happy to dive in and share more about the Fabled world and what we're building.
Yes, absolutely. No, it's a pleasure to have you here, man. And I'm happy, man, because I played this game a year ago, and it was one of the standout games in the industry a year ago. You guys have obviously been on your journey, and built the IP up and built the game outwardly. There's a lot that has changed since then. So I'd just like to hear a bit about that journey. Fableborn has existed for quite a while, and yeah, just bring to light some of those moments in the past few years, and what leads you to being here now on Ronin.
Yeah, of course. So maybe I rewind even prior to Fableborn because Pixion's been around, before Fableborn. And
Hmm.
a goal, a North Star for us as a studio is to build competitive multiplayer games that can be played in short, snackable sessions for the time poor player. That has always been our guiding light for the types of experiences and the types of games that we want to build. So that means they're mobile first, really accessible core loop, but a lot of depth and mastery in the meta so they can be played year after year. And we're fortunate enough as well to have assembled a team, myself and the rest of the leadership team as well. We've all been in gaming for 10 to 15 years, built games that have generated $500 million plus in revenue. And
Yeesh.
so that's the scale that we want to bring again. And now we have this, unique design space with Web3 where we're able to create new experiences and bring in new types of player personas to gaming that maybe we've never seen before in Web 2 traditionally. And so we started to build, and like I say, we've focused on bringing that scale. And so if we're not seeing that category defining hit in terms of KPIs early on, even at prototype stage, so 7-8 weeks into development, we put a test out, a stealth test that is, and really start to measure some early engagement. And if we're not seeing that engagement, we kill the game.
Hmm.
And we've killed 5 prototypes prior to Fableborn. Some of them we worked on, for literally 2-3 weeks, and we could tell, okay, this is not fun. As just a team, we're not having fun playing the game.
Hmm.
Others we put out live, and we just didn't have the retention, the engagement. And then we got to Fableborn. We were very bullish on paper. We put a prototype into the team's hands. We loved it. We played for hours. We watched each other raid each other's kingdoms and all have different strategies, even with a really shallow amount of content back then. And then we did a stealth test, and the KPIs were incredible. And so then we put Fableborn into production, and that's maybe when you started to come in,
Hmm.
nearly 2 years ago, playing some of the first iteration, but it's drastically changed. We're closer to a global launch than obviously we were 2 years ago, but it's all been defined by having this very persistent and ruthless, let's say, vision and focus that we are here to build a category defining hit. And until we do that, and until we find a game that can do that, we'll continue to keep iterating. And really, really happy to say, we found that with Fableborn. So excited to share it with everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, congratulations first and foremost, because it's not an easy, even just as a broad industry to be in, and to find success in the gaming industry, and to hear of past successes it fortifies as well the move and the confidence in you guys, Pixion, the team behind Fableborn. I wonder about the decision. Right, has this been a long-standing one? Is it is an opportunity that came up and it makes sense? Like, what is it about the move that was enticing from your guys' side, and I guess like expectations and things like that here on Ronin? How can we as a community as well help you guys achieve that?
Yeah, so we've been building for some time, and actually only in August was it the first time we'd ever done an open playtest.
Yeah.
And that open playtest, blew expectations. We had 70,000 players and 5,000 days of playtime in just 2 weeks. And then we followed that up in September with season two, and that was even bigger and better. We had over 100,000 players. astonishingly 31,000 days of playtime, which is just insane in
Wow.
2 weeks.
That's a lot of
We had to,
grinders, bro.
yeah, we had to actually like triple check that with 3 different people just to make sure is that stat correct? Is there an error in how we're calculating that? But it was all right, and really, really happy with how the 2 seasons came up, and Fairborn took over a lot of timelines. There was a huge amount of organic content. Players were just sharing a lot of video. Raiding in particular, was really shareable and watchable, and it created a lot of new followers.
Yeah.
And one of them was also Ronin. We've obviously known of Ronin for a long time, been big fans of what we've been able to do, not only in last cycle, but how they're now empowering other teams to be able to plug into the ecosystem, but grow alongside them and help them grow too. And so it just became a really perfect match. Ronin obviously has this really resilient, passionate community, one that, we're really happy to be part of. They've got this mobile centric expertise. There's other chains that are building games on maybe different platforms or are focusing on different platforms, but we're mobile experts. And so to be on a chain where we're surrounded by other mobile experts, was just made a lot of sense. And then equally, a big part of our focus when it comes to a launch is going to be Southeast Asia. And I don't think there are many, if any at all, gaming chains or chains that are focused on gaming that know that region better than Ronin. And so
Absolutely. Yeah.
from that perspective, it made sense. And equally, Ronin want to find, killer games that can help them go into markets that they maybe don't have the largest presence. And we've obviously been able to already grow a community organically in regions like the US, Turkey, Brazil, India, Europe.
Yeah.
And so really excited to work with Ronin and say, how do we not only build Failborn and distribute Failborn in those regions, but how do we use Failborn to be able to push Ronin into those regions that maybe they don't have the largest audience. And so we're here to grow alongside Ronin, but we're also here to help grow Ronin, and hopefully the community can come in and welcome us as
Mhm.
we've seen them welcome all the other fabulous teams and games. Really just excited to share more about what we're building.
Yeah, absolutely. Yo, five-star game coming onto the platform. We talk about the mobile gaming community. People can look at the data, they can look at the stats. Mobile gaming is absolutely huge. And being in that right position, especially for a Southeast Asian market on Ronin. Shout out to everyone in the Philippines. We got YGG event happening there next week. I'm hearing there's going to be access to play the game at the Ronin booth as well. So I'm looking forward to getting involved with that. But yeah, I think that was something I noticed as well when I originally was starting to hear of the project and be involved with some of the things happening last year. It was quite a broader audience. Those regions you did mention, there was a lot of presence from there, and it wasn't so heavy in that Southeast Asian region as a lot of games that I've experienced personally because of that Ronin effect. So there is a marriage that happens there, which is it's a win-win for both sides of Pixion and Ronin. So look forward to see that happen. I definitely do think it is. If you've got a well-polished mobile game, and it's on this chain as well, and the ecosystem makes sense for people, like these are just formulas that have already bred success. We've seen it with things like Ragmon already. And yeah, I honestly, I think this is a great partnership. I'm excited to get into the game though. So you guys always play on like a season structure as of right now, because it's not like a full global launch, as you've said. That's approaching. So let's get into conversation about that, because I think a lot of the people here today, they're all gamers. And getting hands-on with this game is probably at the front of their mind. So what can they expect in terms of that rollout? How long will we expect for a season to begin, and then what does a season actually look like for players?
Yeah, so we've got a few more big announcements, one tomorrow, which I think will demystify a lot of what maybe I can't share right now, but what I would say is tune in tomorrow. on Fableborn socials or Discord, we'll have a big announcement.
Nice.
And really excited to share, more about Season 3. Season 3 is going to be the most complete version of Fableborn to date.
Okay.
It's the first time where you'll be able to really dive deep into the kingdom building or the base building side of Fableborn. It's not going to be a shallow component as it was in the last 2 seasons, and here you're going to be able to think about different strategies. You'll be able to build your kingdom into multiple different rooms, as you'll probably see from some of the gameplay.
Yeah.
And that's going to create very different dynamic raiding strategy as well. And so you as a builder could go for a kingdom that's only 5 rooms and focus your units in those 5 rooms. Equally, I could build a kingdom that's 12 rooms and disperse my resources, so making it maybe just a longer challenge for you to try and obtain, those resources. You can see those blue orbs each time you kill someone, and then raiding obviously is the star of a show. It's what everyone really likes. We call it lean in, action-packed gameplay. It's where you really have to focus in, and it's dynamic, and every raid is completely
Okay.
unique.
I like that. The lean in the old. Yeah.
Yeah,
I see it. I got you. Yeah. Nice.
yeah.
And so for a player that's just coming into the ecosystem fresh, the free to play route, is that something that exists? Is there a specific way in which players are better benefited coming into the ecosystem? Is there an asset that they should be looking for if they have the desire to spend? What is the route that you would recommend?
Yeah, so for now, we've always had it free to play, and even after we global launch, it will always be free to play. Of course, there's going to be areas where if you want to maybe climb up leaderboards, if you want additional exposure to different assets, there's going to be ways for you to be able to do that. We'll actually be sharing more about that tomorrow as well, which I'm excited about. But
Okay.
anyone can enter the game. It's not going to be gated by you needing to buy, a pass or an NFT or anything like that. Everyone can jump in and play, and then there'll be ways for you to enhance that experience within Season 3. And that will be the first time we introduce that type of mechanic.
Nice. Yeah. So that's good news. Everybody that is here, you're going to be able to play in some way, shape, or form. News coming out tomorrow. If you don't mind me asking, is that news going to be like just posts on social media, announcements in a Discord, things like that? Because we did a surprise show today because of the redacted announcement. We wanted to give you guys some limelight and make sure people got the first thoughts and information around the game. But we also have a show on Thursday, so if you would like again to bring that announcement there, and we again will host the show.
Would be happy to, and we can, I can go a lot deeper into some areas that maybe I'm not allowed to just now, but
Yeah.
tomorrow there'll be an announcement within the Favorborn Discord, on our socials, so Twitter predominantly. There'll be a newsletter blast if you have signed up to a Pixie ID. So there'll be multiple ways for you to keep up to date. But yeah, excited about what we'll be able to share.
Okay. I'm just checking the TLs and on Twitter right now to see what we've got. Loving the artwork that's coming out here. Yo, this is dope.
Yeah,
We like
I
this.
saw that. I was like, that's nice.
Yeah, that's dope. But we see the post, man. What are you guys thinking anyway? Let's turn towards the community. What are the first thoughts, right? Anybody that's in the audience, share with us. We've got Logic joining us here as well now. I wonder, pass the mic over to my two peoples from the Ronin Radio team, Xanatos, Logic. Thoughts about the game? This is the first time we're experiencing it. We are going to actually bring up some community members to the stage as well. So if you are coming up here, please don't rug and please wait your turn to talk. But Logic, good morning. Thoughts, man? The Redacted is now open.
Yeah, dude, it looks super exciting. Right now, I'm still checking it out too and kind of doing more research. It's kind of like news that just popped out of nowhere, so I'm very interested in kind of looking through it and what you were showing, especially in your screen. It looks super nice.
Yeah. PvP, bro. You get to take people's land.
Yeah. that's what I love. Any PvP based thing. It's super cool. And I'm looking through the page now as well, and being able to raid people and kind of it's both a ARPG and what like a
Like Clash of
building
Clans
type
type of
of
thing.
gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so super interesting mix up, and I definitely want to try it out and play.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. We're seeing it. We're seeing it. Shout out to Jonathan, bro, you legend. But yeah, let's get some thoughts out there. Put them on the social media, share it around. If you see some posts, get them reposted. We've seen some usual suspects here on the timeline already talking about it. Congratulations, you guys are doing the Lord's work. This is what we need. Shout out to a couple of guys here as well, the ambassadors from Ronin. You guys are legends. But it's an exciting time, man. It really is. It comes at a good time too. And where I'm leaning towards really is the new players that might be coming to Ronin that are already exposed to Web3 gaming. So this is something that it is obviously beneficial to the Ronin ecosystem. We've got Aogia. I think I'm saying that right. Aogia.
Correct. Hello.
What's good, my friend? Welcome to the show. Community members coming up. I
Thank you
appreciate you.
so much.
What's going on, man?
Well, it's a pleasure as a holder and also as a long-term believer in the Ronin blockchain to be speaking here.
Of course, brother.
I mean, it's probably one of the best chains out there when it comes to chains overall layer ones, and with Web3 gaming being such a growing industry over the last years, I think that Ronin can become one of the best layer ones out there in terms of market cap
Yep.
and also volume. That is also important.
Yeah, I got a question though for that for
And
that thesis. What do you think it takes for Ronin to do that? Like, in your opinion?
I mean, when we look at the general markets, okay, like when we look at all the layer ones out there, we see that the only layer one that we think of when it comes to gaming is Ronin. Of course, that Ronin still has a lot of improvement to do, but I believe that Ronin. I mean, when you interact with Ronin wallet, like you pay low fees and everything. But I don't like to talk about the prices. Like I prefer to talk about um, the potential of Ronin when you, yeah, like when we compare to Avalanche, as you were doing. I mean, if Ronin gets the market cap of Avalanche, we're already at what, $30, 40 per
Mm-hmm.
coin, and it's more than possible. But I don't like to look at prices because I think that Ronin, despite the growth it had in the last year, I think that Ronin is improving a lot. When I started using Ronin, it was much lower than these prices, and it was not even something compared to the current situation
Yeah,
of
yeah.
the network.
You're an OG then, bro. I remember them days. 20 cents, 25 cents. People didn't know what was
Yes,
going on. Come on. If you're a 20 to 30 cent OG, you deserve pats on the back soon, man. It's gonna be a good time. But yeah.
well, not really a holder only at those prices, but some units I hold were bought at those levels, yes.
Nice, nice, yeah. What are your thoughts on Fableborn, the game itself coming towards the Ronin Network? Big one for mobile players. What do you
Well,
think?
well, I think that it's very important because previously we had like talking years ago, like 1 year ago from now, we only had like games that were favorable for computer users, desktop and laptop users.
Yeah.
Having a mobile game running on Ronin, like gamers, potential investors also, because these gamers are also potential investors. Uh, of course, there's not guaranteed returns. Like if Axie Infinity, for example, or other tokens on the Ronin blockchain are not doing good, I mean, it's like in any other assets, but due to the low market caps they have, it's normal that the prices are very volatile. But like a mobile game is so much important for development and growth of people who are around the Web3 industry and Ronin overall.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm excited to get hands on with this one, man. Cam, I'm going to pass it back over to you. It is here. What about the interaction with the team? Of course, I've got some rapport with the business dev department. Some great people over there. Of course, Kathleen, Abu, Enzo. How are those conversations? And was that your first experience? I actually want to know how it came about. Like, what was the this could actually happen moment?
Yeah, it was actually mid season one, and so we just exploded, like I say, on the timeline, and it was all organic as well. There wasn't any paid UA. We just had thousands of videos on Twitter, hundreds on TikTok and YouTube. There were guys streaming Fableborn for 4 hours, doing speed runs of the campaign. It's just incredible for us as a team to go through for our first ever open play test. And part of that actually caught Ash and Kathleen's eye, and it was actually Ash that reached out to me. I'd already known Ash, we'd bumped into each other many times, so it wasn't strangers coming together, but
Yeah.
we started to talk about what was next for Fableborn. I shared, what we're looking for in a chain, some of the things that I reiterated earlier on, and really what our ambitions were. And similarly, I asked what Ronin are trying to aim for and what they see the next 12, 18, 24 months looking like for
Hmm.
Ronin and gaming in Web3. And it was just a perfect match. There were things that we could bring to the table that they don't have. There were many areas that Ronin could support us on that accelerates growth. And it just became, the more we spoke, the more it just made sense to everyone. So it was easy conversation.
Yeah, yeah, we love that. We love that, man. It's gonna be a fun time. Will you be on the ground at a YGG event? Is that something we might be seeing?
I was planned to, but I had to cancel. It'll probably become clearer why in the coming
Okay,
days.
yeah, yeah. No, get that work done. I get you. I get you.
But
Yeah, no, it's exciting. But of course, the booth will be there. I'll be shilling all over the place. I'll be like, come play some Fable. We'll go to the Ronin booth. So yeah, it's
yeah,
gonna be
excited
exciting.
for everyone in the Philippines to be able to get their hands on Fableborn and
Yeah.
try it out if it's the first time.
Yeah, absolutely. This is where I'm going to do the call to action. Listen, if you've been joining us today on the show, you've just got here, we have been covering Fableborn, the latest game on Ronin to join the Ronin Network, a mobile action RPG mixed with some Clash of Clans style kingdom building. You can raid your opponents. It looks like it's going to be a fun time. I need you guys right now, if you are here and you are listening and you're on the Ronin Network, this game will be coming pretty damn soon. You're going to want to sign up. Go to fableborn.com and sign up and make an account. Once you've made your Pixion account, you'll be able to use that in game when the time comes. But gear up and get ready. If you want more information, there's lots of posts out there, but there is a blog post, and right down here, how to get ready for season 3 is what you want to be focusing on and looking at. We're here with the founder Cam from Pixion. We've been talking about it. Community seems to be having a good reciprocation or receiving this well at the moment. We've seen some community members, first time chatters in the Ronin Discord, mentioning how they have been playing Fableborn, how much they've been enjoying that too. And we've also spoken with some community members. But listen, talking about community, you'll have to excuse me here, but I won't ask for excuses really. You need to be supporting these community collections. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, I'm talking about the fact that communities will be able to launch their products on Ronin, and we are in the voting stage right now. So what does that mean? There are some collections that are now able to be voted upon. in the Ronin ecosystem. You will find it here in the Ronin Discord, and we'll go through the list. We'll go through the list, right? We've been trying to pump it out. Everybody that is in the vote is, it deserves a huge amount of credit. We have some amazing community collections, amazing community members there, but you'll be able to go and vote right now. So this is live, and we're asking you for your vote, because here at the Ronin Radio, we give away a lot of resources, rewards to the community, and of course the NFT that we will be dropping as our collection will be focused all around continuing to do that, to streamline that process, and also open up some interesting avenues for the show itself. We want to be a Web3 show where your involvement is on chain, right? So go ahead and vote for us if you haven't already. You can find that on the Collector's Vote as a channel. Xanatos just added it there in the chat if you haven't yet voted for us. We're all the way at the bottom. We're called the Rug because honestly, we're gonna rug you. So we're gonna get a collection on chain. You're gonna buy it, and we're gonna rug you. So it just make it happen. We'll talk about it for years to come. How everybody voted to get rugged. It's the psyops. I'm joking. We are going to build a product for you, but the vote is live, and we've been pushing. We want to get onto that list of the top collections so we can bring it to you. I'm telling you, it's going to be an exciting time. It just goes a little bit further with involvement in terms of the show, and of course, there's a niche interaction basis between projects on Ronin and community members, fans of the Ronin Radio, that we want to really explore. And this is one of the ways that we can drive that narrative. So if you're a fan of the show, if you've tuned into the show at any point and gained some information that's useful, then your vote would mean a lot to us. So I appreciate you. But shout out to all of the community collections that are there, and good luck to the rest of the teams. Lads, we've had a good convo. I think tomorrow is where the info comes out, right? We're going to get some more. I just want to say thank you, Cam, for being here. Congratulations as well for joining the network, and I'm sure you'll find a home here on Ronin. Is there anything you want to leave us with in this moment? And then we're gonna close out this surprise show. Surprise, motherfucker! We were here today.
Yeah, I just want to say actually, already my phone's blowing up. The amount of love we're seeing from the community early on, really exciting to be part of it. Want to give back and show, the faith that the Ronin community is giving us early on. The team at Ronin that they've showed us. There's a lot that we've got planned together. It'll start to be unveiled over the coming weeks and months, but tomorrow, big announcement coming as well. Tune in, and happy to jump on and share more about it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for coming here, Cam. We appreciate it. We'll be in contact about launching some of that information as well tomorrow on the show. Odin, I saw you unmute your mic, bro. Got anything going on in your mind after hearing some things? What are we thinking?
Well, I mean, I have plenty of thoughts, but most of the things that I would ask would be very boring for like everybody, but like maybe two people. I was just going to comment, like, you have the opportunity to do legitimately the funniest thing. You could actually rug people and then bring it back like a week later and be like, haha, got you. And then
are you giving the game plan, Odin? Fuck.
No, I'm not. See, everybody would hold, and then they get rewards. And everybody who sold, well, fuck them, right?
Yeah. Okay, well, if you want to support the Rug narrative, go and vote for us in the community collections. It's going to be a fun time, man, regardless, whether it is the first instance or later on. The Ronin Radio, we've been covering the ecosystem for over a year and a half longer. And, this is the home, so we're going to continue to do what we do regardless. And, the NFT collection itself, it's always going to happen. It's always going to come, and we're going to build out the infrastructure for it to make sense, so you guys can have a more fulfilling experience and interaction with us and the network. So it's always good, man. Feedback loop's important. To hear your guys' thoughts is important. To give you a stage in order to come on and talk about your experiences is also important. It's been difficult transitioning over from Twitter Spaces to being in the Discord, because the exposure basis isn't I guess as fruitful as spaces have been. Of course, we're live on X right now. We're live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. But there was something about that Twitter space that we really would have exposure to new participants quite more. Quite more. Jesus, if I could talk, we might have even more exposure. But we would have a little bit more exposure from that. But you know, we're striving towards being able to cover the information each week and give like projects and platforms on Ronin the stage to talk and to get their actual voice directly to the community. No mediums in between, and you can get to know the founders a lot more as well. And you know, just hearing Cam today makes me a lot more confident, very astute, hearing the history behind Pixion, the history behind game development already in his locker. So it makes me a lot more excited for what we might see with Fableborn. So here it is, man. Fableborn is your redacted reveal today. Shout out to everybody that joined us in the show today. The rewards, we're going to give out some rewards. Let's do a little RON giveaway right here at the end. We actually have 50 RON going out right now to anybody that votes and proves that they voted by a screenshot in and commenting on the post. So if you haven't seen that post, I'm going to tell you to get your shovel out and do some digging, but it won't be hard at the Ronin Radio. You'll find it. But we're going to do a little bit of a giveaway here. I'm actually going to give some RON away to Aogia because he came up here and spoke, and that's very difficult. Like, a lot of people find it pretty hard to come up and speak on the show, so I want to shout out to you. 10 RON coming your way, my brother. So if you send if you send me a message right now, send me a DM with your Ronin wallet, we'll get that sent over to you. And we're also going to give away 10 RON in the chat right now. I want to hear your thoughts on Fableborn. Go ahead, Aogia.
Yes, I will. I appreciate so much, and yeah, as I said, I'm a huge believer of the Ronin blockchain.
Yeah, love that. Yo, McDonald.
Many reasons that I don't have time to explain here.
Yeah, no, of course, for sure. But I mean, you know, be involved, start talking about it, get it on the socials. The conversation, the time is now, folks. I'm telling you, this ain't a time to be quiet. The Ronin conversation is gonna bubble, man. You're gonna really see something over the next few months. I'm pretty adamant about it. But of course, those that may have been thinking you were getting an open network announcement today, sorry, unlucky, mate. Maybe another time, and maybe just maybe it will happen here on the Ronin Radio, but we don't know for sure. I'm gonna ask Xanatos, Logic, any last things from you guys that you want to put out there? Or are we gonna rug these guys and get the fuck out of here?
Oh, actually, I mean, I don't know if you guys covered this, but I do understand that it is mobile mainly.
Yes.
I'm interested in if there's a PC sort of client getting worked into. And
True.
if there's not, is it getting, or is it compatible with like BlueStacks, or are emulators allowed?
Yeah, good question. We don't officially support emulators, but we have seen players played on BlueStacks and similar. Cross-platform is the end goal, so you'll be able to play deeply on your PC or desktop, and then when you're on the go, pick up that same experience on your mobile. But right now, first focus is on mobile first, so perfecting and being able to draw in the huge mobile audience and from there grow into a cross-platform game.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to put a post out. You guys get ready. This is where the 10 RON is going to be given out. So make sure you're locating at the Ronin Radio on Twitter. Here is a look at what you can expect from... Is Pixon League on here? Is it Pixon Games? Is this correct? Yes, I think.
Yeah.
I don't want to at the wrong studio. On Ronin. 10 RON giveaway to those that repost and share their first impressions in the comments. Closes in the next. How long are we going to give them? It's 3 p.m. where I am. Say till 10 p.m. 7 hours. Go. Okay, you guys ready? I'll bring this video over. Boop. See that? Content creation 101, bro. You've seen it live. Incredible. Yeah, I don't really have anything more to say to you guys other than go and vote for the Ronin Radio collection and the community collections. We have a show again tomorrow where we'll be revealing the deeper layers of information coming out of Fableborn and Pixel Games, and of course we'll have our show as per normal. There's a lot of things that are happening right now, so make sure your eyes and head is on a fucking swivel. Kydra pilots are going down right now. You can also see how many people have been putting up Run for a pre-purchase. I think that's what they're calling it. We've got Cambria coming out on Friday. Ragmon is going live again with its league, I believe this week, or like a pre-season to that league this week. We've got Lumaterra live right now. So there's a lot of things to be getting your teeth into. If you'd like to come play some video games with us, of course, we are in the Ronin Radio Discord, which if Xanatos or Logic has a link right now, throw it in the chat. If you want to come play some video games with us, we will be in there most of the day playing some games. Content creators and our friends come through as well at any time. So if you want to connect with these people, the Ronin Radio Discord is going to be a place to do that. We also have an OGX being given out very, very soon in that Discord. So if you'd like to get involved with Party Icons, there's also Mir passes to get on our Mir ship so you can play in their season. Their CBT, which is also a little bit of an airdrop farm, right? If you want to get involved with that, you can in the Ronin Radio Discord. And of course, make sure you're following us on all platforms. But like all good things, they must come to an end, and it's the saddest part of the show. But it means I am going to have to close it up. We covered today Fableborn. It was your redacted reveal. Very excited for this mobile focused game. And really and truly, I think this is going to be another heater. We might see a lot of participation. If you're new here to the Ronin ecosystem, welcome. I love you, and stick around. If you are looking for news about the ecosystem, tune into our shows twice a week, every single week on Tuesday and Thursdays here in the Ronin Discord. 9 a.m. EST, 2 p.m. UTC. We'll always be here, and keep an eye on the social medias. Like I said, I told you to put those post notifications on, and if you put them on, you would have been here today, wouldn't you? But with that, thank you to Cam. Big shout out to Nix as well for helping us out as well behind the scenes. We love it. Next week is YGG event, so get your fucking selves ready. If you're in the Philippines and you can get to Manila, we would love to have you. I'm going to be making some content there and meeting fans on the ground for the first time. Also, we'll have it in real life Ronin Radio on that Thursday next week. So it's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. People were saying for a longest time we needed a documentary series of Gila in Manila. And we're getting it next week. So it's gonna be fun. I've heard Red Horse is a good beer and it's pretty fucking cheap. So we're gonna have a good time. Listen, that has been your redacted announcement, a surprise show. We don't normally do this, right? We don't normally do it, but tomorrow the regular show back, regular scheduled program. We're gonna be talking about all of these things. Bit of degeneracy, throw it in the mix, and maybe some Run giveaways again as well. So thank you for coming along today. Appreciate you on the stream as well, and everybody here in the Discord. I hope you have a great week. Go play some video games, and we will see you tomorrow. Much love, guys. Take it easy. Bye bye.